Today we will take a look at the Harley Benton SC-DLX Gotoh in Pelham Blue. So this is basically a very modern take on a Les Paul or single cut style guitar, and I can tell you this guitar has some really great specs. You can get them in 4 different finishes. This one is the Pelham Blue, which looks very nice and sparkly. We have a Nayato body with a 7-ply binding, a mahogany neck with a very comfortable C-shape profile, then some golden Gotoh tuners. That's why the guitar is called Gotoh. Then a Graphtec nut, a rosewood fretboard with 22 stainless steel medium jumbo frets, a standard 628mm scale length, then 2 Tesla Alnico 5 humbuckers designed by Elon Musk. No, I'm just kidding. I think these pickups have nothing to do with the car manufacturer. Then of course a 3-way toggle switch, 2 volume and 1 tone control, and the tone control also has a push-pull feature to split the humbuckers. Then we also have a Gotoh tune-o-matic bridge. Let's take a look at the back of the guitar. On the top of the body we have a really nice belly cut, which makes it very comfortable to play. On the transition from the neck to the headstock we have this little volute, which is great to prevent neck breaks. And the transition from the body to the neck is really cool, so you can easily reach the high frets. The guitar weighs 3.3 kilograms and that's pretty light, and I guess the body is chambered. So last but not least, let's take a look at the price tag, and we have 299 euros, which is absolutely ridiculous for a guitar with these specs. So let me show you some different sound samples, and after that I will tell you my final thoughts. All the sounds you will hear coming from the Blue Guitar Amp 1 Mercury Edition in the clean, vintage and modern channel. And if you have absolutely no idea what that means, then I can recommend you to check out this video. Alright, so that was the Harley Benton SC-DLX Gotoh in Pelham Blue, and here are my final thoughts. Sound-wise, this guitar can cover a lot of different tones. The clean tones were all pretty decent. I mostly enjoyed the middle position with the two humbuckers. And also with the coil split function you get even more sound options for great clean sounds. But you have to keep in mind that you get a little bit of a volume drop when you switch between the humbucker mode and the coil split mode. The crunch and the high gain sounds is where I think this guitar really shines. It works just so well for rock riffs and more heavy stuff. I instantly tuned it down to drop D when I first plugged it in because it was just so much fun to play riffs with it. So I really think these Tesla pickups are a great fit for this guitar. The setup out of the box was nearly perfect. The string action was pretty decent, not too low and not too high. The intonation was good and there were absolutely no dead spots on the fretboard. The frets were a little bit scratchy at the beginning, but after some bends that was gone. And the fret ends are very smooth and absolutely not sharp. The only adjustment that I have done is turning the neck pickup height a little bit down, because there was a pretty huge volume difference, especially in the clean channel between the neck and the bridge pickup. But I think that is not really a big deal. The tuning stability on this guitar is really good, and I think that's mainly because of the Gotoh tuners. And of course of the Graphtec nut. And honestly, I have to say this guitar stays better in tune than my Gibson SG or any other Gibson that I've played before. So the most important thing on a guitar for me is the playability. And on this guitar it's really amazing. So you have that belly cut, that transition from the neck to the body, and also a very comfortable C-shaped neck, which is not too thin and not too thick. And also the finish on the neck is not sticky. So overall it's a really nice and comfortable feeling when you play this guitar. Now we come to the finish, which is nearly perfect. I couldn't find any major flaws and also any minor flaws. Just one part on the binding. For a guitar in this price range, it's pretty unusual that you have a nearly perfect finish. Overall, I'm very impressed how good this guitar is in all the aspects. Usually I recommend Harley Benton guitars for beginners and people who want to use it as a platform for modifications. But I think this is the first Harley Benton guitar where I wouldn't change anything, because you already have great hardware, you have stainless steel frets, you have the Graphtec nut. You could maybe change the pickups if you don't like them. But I think these Tesla pickups are a great fit for the guitar, so I wouldn't change them. Maybe you could change the electronics or the knobs if you don't like them. But overall there's really nothing that you could upgrade. Alright, so now I want to know, what do you think about the Harley Benton SC-DLX? Do you have one? Do you want to buy one? Let me know down in the comments. So if you enjoyed this video and you also want to support my channel, then please make sure to use one of my affiliate links down in the video description. This really helps me a lot and I would really appreciate it. Besides that, you can join me on Patreon, where you get access to guitar tabs, backing tracks and some exercises. Or the easiest thing to support me is hit the like button on this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, so that we can see each other in the next video.